Good evening, July 15th, 2003. It is here, the Ides of July. We reached the middle of July and passed the halfway point of 2013 and heading into the middle of summer. I got up this morning, since it's Monday, I had to go to work. Set my alarm for 5 o'clock, got up but still was tired, got myself out of bed, dragged myself out of bed, took my supplements, and headed to work. I had to park further away today, and it caused a lot of issues. So I was looking for parking for almost 40 minutes. It was crazy. But be that as it may, went to work. It was a good day. Got a lot of stuff done. But I do notice by these videos, again, showing you what I eat, the habits that I'm creating. The weight went up. I believe it was 423.2. Could be wrong, but I will show it to you. And that's the weight. Did I eat a lot yesterday? Not really. I ate twice. I had lunch and I had dinner. Didn't have breakfast, and I had coffee yesterday I didn't have any coffee, but today I did. And that's where these videos are important again, to basically chronicle, to show myself what I'm doing right and wrong in the whole process. And again, people say don't weigh yourself every day. It's a bad thing to do. But in doing that, I can better track and better augment my life, which I'm going to do. So when I got to work, I was tired, but I needed to be focused and get some reports done for the big week and follow up on some things I have to do. And it is difficult, but it was very warm today. But I just needed to wake up and I need my coffee. And I need to curb that addiction in the sense that I did have a lot of coffee. They had a Keurig, I have a Keurig here, and it's kind of funny. I don't drink coffee here. I do it very, 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 very rarely in the house. I think, the last time I've had coffee, I've never had coffee. Never made myself coffee here. I usually make tea. But there, I made myself a cup of coffee. And another one. And another. And another. And another. By the end of the day, I had 5 cups of coffee. And of course I had some cream in there. They have just the Coffee Mate creamers. And I had a little sugar in there too. So again, if it was just coffee, that's one thing. But I added some cream and creamer in there, and I can admit that I did that, because that's the point of doing that. I put 3 sugar, and I put 6 creams in there. I know it's a lot, but I'm just there. But I did bring food to eat. I brought some acai berry, I brought some chai tea, and I bought some orange juice. But I didn't even drink all of it. I only had probably a glass and a half of juice and protein mix drink, and the remainder was just coffee. Just put an IV in doing coffee. I was just doing some work on the computer, and then I would say I need some more coffee. Go get the coffee, come back, sit there, relax, stretch a bit, and do more work. Because usually what I do is I get up at 5 in the morning, and I want to leave here right at 6 or just before 6. It's been 6:15 of late. Get to work 7 o'clock, 7:30, and then leave at 3:30. So I put a good 8 hours in, but it's tough because getting up that early. But I need to do that, and I need to change it around, because eventually what I want to do is say to you, a month from now, 2 months from now, hey, I got up and I went to the workout. Then I went to work. To get up, to pack my bag before, to go work out, and then shower and leave refreshed, go to work. I'm not there yet because, well, the main reason is the fact that my legs were bothering me. And it's the catch-22 situation. The whole idea that they don't hurt now, but they do hurt if I sit for a long period of time. They hurt because I'm just like in a position. But I injured my leg when I did 5K run back in 2009, some biking, and it really hurt. It really affected me. It hurt me. So even when I was moving in here to this place where I am now, I was just doing a little bit of moving. It really messed up my leg. It hurt badly. And it was just in pain, spasms, just very much, uncomfortable. So I want to be very cautious when I start doing workouts again of what I'm doing. And then, of course, I've always said to myself, and again, I'm saying it here, again, catch me on this, yell at me, do whatever, where I have to work on my upper body. Because, again, I want to build the mass in my arms, build the mass up in my chest, because you know that if I eat right or eat to it, not excess, but if I eat enough, then my muscles will use that. And I know all this already. I've been reading this and doing this. It's about execution. I don't want to be procrastinating about it anymore. Be that as it may, that's what I want to do. And the whole idea of doing these videos the way I'm doing them now, showing you and showing myself to look back. Even looking back at the old videos I did back in 2009, 2010. I was a much different person then. And now I just have to face the reality of things as they are. So, be that as it may, see, it's a little comfortable working here right now, sitting here. But, like I said, I have to understand and say, okay, don't drink 5 cups of coffee, basically 50 ounces of coffee. Just coffee alone, 50 ounces. Then the sugar and the cream, you add that up and going, oh shit, it's a lot of stuff. So I left there, went to Whole Foods, and decided that since it is in my head, as I'm recording these videos, I'm going, oh, I drank that much coffee. Okay, let's do something different. So I had myself some chicken, roasted chicken, I had some carrots, and green beans. And didn't have any beer. No sodas, just had water, which I'm still drinking them now. And I got back and I said, well, let me drink some water. It was hot. The air conditioner's on, but it's still very dry. Still, some minor issues with my mouth, but not major ones. And I ended up having some hummus, some Melba toast, and some cheese. And I'm going to continue to drink the water now. But that's the point. The point is, don't deny myself anything, but understand what I'm eating. And understand that I need to exercise, and exercise in the right way. So I'm going to start, because I went to the doctor. I'm on these supplements. The doctor wants to know what I'm doing. I have to go get my blood work done again, so I'm going to do that stuff. So it's all a question of getting it done. So that's what I'm going to do. But be that as it may, it's middle of July, and this week's important, and every day going forward is important for what is next. Again, it boils down to that, but we are at the pinnacle. We are at the turning point now. I know what I need to do. I've invested all this in what I'm going to do in my life. The whole idea, the fact that I pride myself in my intelligence. I pride myself in being good. I pride myself in being compassionate, loving. Pride myself in who I am. But again, what people say, well, then you're missing the boat because you're fat. You're missing the boat because you don't take care of yourself completely. You're going to have issues in the future and you eat too much and this and that. Well, you're seeing what I ate, And that's not like I ate 2 dishes. It's not like because I remember actually seeing somebody, when a long time ago, when even in the time of Fen-Phen, when it was coming out. That's how long ago this was. Didn't take the drugs. Never did the drugs. Never did anything. Don't want to do surgery. Don't do anything of that. And the whole idea that, oh, I ate a whole jar of ice cream, or I ate a whole pizza, then I went to dinner, then I was so hungry, I had to go out and have a hamburger, I had to do this, had to do that. No, none of that stuff. I don't do that stuff. It's if you just take it on raw calorie count, I'm not eating enough. Just on calorie count. If you look at the foods that I'm eating, some are wrong, some are right. I want to cut the sugar out. I know that now just by seeing the video, by seeing what I did, recording it, and then actually taking into account and reviewing, going, you had 4 or 5 cups of coffee with sugar in them. Just cut that out. So that's the thing. That's the point. And I know some people will say, well, then how could you not know? Well, in the course of a day, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's just second nature. It's all about unlearning certain things. It's just like a healthy person doesn't know or doesn't even fathom that they're working out. An unhealthy person, so when he doesn't eat right, the same thing. It's just, human nature. So I'm going to do that. But, I'm going to just say that I've learned a lot in my life, and I know what I need to do. And every single day, I will do that. And I can be honest with you, the last several weeks, I should say, the last almost 6 weeks has been very, very rough on me. Very, very tough. And I want the opportunity to be there in the end, at that finish line, waiting for the prize. But it all depends on me when that event occurs. To be ready to be a man, to be ready to be a complete vessel. Somebody who works and has a great job. Check. Somebody who's good and people know as a good person. Check. Some people that regard and ask questions because they know I know things and I use my intelligence for good and for my own benefit. Check. Everything is checked down the line. The only thing is, well, you're fat, And I know, God bless people who, will stand up and say it's being cruel or whatever. It's the truth. I am fat. And I need to do something about it. And not excuse, but the reason behind not doing anything is it didn't bother me. Not doing anything because it didn't affect me. The only thing that it affects is my leg sometimes if I'm putting extra pressure on it, or if I have to run somewhere and it hurts. It's taxing on my body. But if your blood work comes back good, if your cholesterol comes back great, blood pressure comes back good, all this is good, you're healthy, or this and that, except for this thing. It's not about where I am, it's where I want to be. It's want to be healthy. I want to be a complete, whole person. To come to you, to give you my account, to say what's going on in my life, but then to have you look at me and going, well, why in the hell is he saying this stuff? He's fat. He's unhealthy. And that's what people say, and that's the reality. We're here now. I have to do this for myself. I am doing it for me. I'm only doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anybody else. If I was alone and didn't have anybody to worry about, why would I do anything? I'd be happy. I'd just go out and do whatever I want to do. I'm doing this for me because I want to be accepted. I want to be respected, not only for my mind, but for who I am. Mind, body, soul, everything. And I know I can do this. I just need, that idea. And I know it's been tough. The last few weeks have been really tough, really hard on me. But this is a turning point, and we're going to do it. So good night, my friends. Good night. Love you.